Hello there, welcome to my channel. In 2002, been living in the DMV. At that time, your girl is going to work, coming home, normal. I used to watch the news. October 2nd, 2002, there was a story of a man killed while crossing a parking lot in Wheaton, Maryland. That times now, I don't know where Wheaton is. When you hear stories on the news, it's normal. Things happen. There's killings in different places. Not that I don't think anything of it. May they rest in peace. But it wasn't different than any other daily news story. October 3rd, the news say they got 5 more murders. 4 of them were in Maryland, 1 in DC. Okay, this is weird. What's going on? October 4th, another woman wounded by the mob. The news starts spinning the story now that looking like this thing is happening by the same person or people. How is all these people just getting shoot off like that, back to back to back? By the 7th now, a 13-year-old boy is wounded at a school in Bowie, Maryland. Oh my gosh. October 9th, a man is murdered in Manassas while pumping gas. So Manassas, Virginia. All these places are kind of like the DMV, District of Columbia, Maryland, and Virginia. So these areas are quite concentrated areas. You could live in any one of them or visit any one of them in one day. Me and the people that I know at work, and if I go to the gas pump or if I go somewhere, I'm just like, this is too much. Like, you don't know what part this person is or who it is or what's going on. It make a lot of we like start walking and like zigzag and making sure we don't go by ourselves anywhere, looking out for all kind of thing. We don't even know what to look for at this point because they don't know anything about who it is. All we know is that apparently there's a serial killer on the loose that's just going wrong this DMV area, shooting up people. Mind you, more times than not, when you hear about a serial killer, everybody was assuming this is a white male. Most of them that we know of, you know, you hear about the Ted Bundys and the Dahmers, John Wayne Gacy's, all of those people, white male. Everybody assuming we looking at every white man. Is it you? Is it you? We don't know who is doing what. We don't know. And the news every day keep reporting more and more people. I probably even went on all fours to get to my car at some point. That's how scared everybody, or at least I was during this time. I don't know if it's one man, I don't know if it's a group or if it's different people, but all coordinating to like kill people. After that man got shot by the gas station, the next 2 days passed. Man shot near Fredericksburg, Virginia, pumping gas again. Now me want to go get gas. So I like to go fill up my tank, and I don't like my tank to go too low. My tank was going on E before I went to the gas station. It was so terrifying. I just remember feeling like, who knows where is this person? Who knows what they look like? Who knows what they're gonna do next? What area they in? October 14th arrived. So that's like 3 more days. FBI analyst Linda Franklin killed near Falls Church, Virginia. Now you're going for FBI people? We don't know what's going on. In the schools, they didn't allow students to go outside for recess. They would lock down the schools, not allow them to take the school bus or walk home from school. It was a big deal. Even the gas station, them start putting up tarps so that people could fill up their tank without being seen. I went to walk because you got to make your money. Anywhere else was limited. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So now 5 days later, their man was wounded at a steakhouse in Ashland, Virginia. Why these people ain't getting catch? How are they getting away? October 22nd, a bus driver, the final victim, was killed in Aspen, Maryland. Between October 2nd to October 22nd. That's 20 days of torture. 20 days that this person or person was going around looking for people to murder. There was a point before that final murder, the news said that these people were driving a white van. Every white van that passed me on the road, if I standing up outside the building of my job, every white van that come in the parking lot, oh my gosh, one duck. want sway, can't stay still, want zigzag. Life is precious. To know that you are at risk, you really start to feel paranoid. White vans were off limits. Come to find out, this behavior started back in February of 2002. It wasn't until October that it came to like the fever pitch, like to the end of all the drama, because they were caught. A lot of people was terrified. We didn't want to go nowhere. I know I didn't want to go nowhere. It was ridiculous. Even the chief of police, he was very emotional when he was talking about the situation. It was so much, it was so rapidly happening, and they couldn't figure out who this was. Where is this white man in a white van? You need to catch him. One of the most scariest parts was that it didn't matter if it was man, woman, or child. Everyone was at risk. Everybody was a target. Everybody was fair game to these people. And I remember this like it was yesterday. Now mind you, this is 2002. If we can remember, we can go back in our mind's eye. What happened the year before? 9/11. That happened on September 11, 2001. This is now 2002. We didn't calm down from 9/11 yet. Those who experienced 9/11, that day was traumatizing in itself. And then 1 year later to experience, we still didn't get over that yet, telling us that somebody is attacking people in the area in which I live. Oh, they gained the name Beltway snipers. When finally they were caught. There was one of the shootings that happened outside a restaurant where the attackers shot a man as he was walking to his car from a restaurant. They tack on a letter. It was instead of a plastic, and they tack on this letter and requested from the authorities. Now they're so bold. They wanted the authorities to hand over $10 million. At this time, nobody know nothing about no black serial killers. A witness spoke about a suspicious blue vehicle. A blue sedan was being reported as a suspicious vehicle. For some reason, most people were stuck, even the law enforcement was stuck on the white van, but other witnesses was talking about there's this blue sedan, you need to be looking for this blue car. Eventually, come to find out, the profile is white van, white people, or white man. It was blue car, black people. Everybody utter shock when we find out it was a black man and a black boy who was committing these crimes up and down the highway. Law enforcement couldn't believe it. The white people couldn't believe it. The black people couldn't believe it. Nobody. They were spotted at a rest stop in Maryland on October 24th. They were just there sleeping, just resting up. Must be trying to figure out what they're gonna do next, where they're gonna go next, who they're gonna hurt next. At 3:15 a.m., Mohammed and Malvo were found at a rest stop of an I-70 in Myersville, Maryland. Police were tipped off by a person who saw this car parked in this rest stop. Police came swiftly. SWAT came and was able to arrest them. They modified the trunk of the car with a hole in the trunk that they could lay down from the body of the car into the trunk, point the rifle out, have the scope so they could see and shoot. At the time of these shootings, John Allen Muhammad was 42 years old. Lee Boyd Malvo was aged 16 to 17 during the time of these killings. Let's go back now to the two theories that were given in general that I heard of. The first one given, this was stated in documentaries, etc., was that this entire situation was a plot of Muhammad to create a distraction and have people think that a serial killer was on the loose in the Maryland area in order to eventually murder his second ex-wife, take their children, and move to Canada. I never believed that because it just seemed too small. The second thing that they were talking about was the terrorism aspect, him trying to extort the government, him trying to align himself with a terrorist crusade against the US. The society, the people, and the government seems more likely to me that that's what this was about. Tell me in the comments if you think that it really had to do with his second ex-wife. Were you living in Virginia, DC, Maryland at this time? And if not, wherever you were living at this time, if you know about this story, what were your thoughts and what were your ideas of what was happening to us here in this area? Leave that in the comments. I would love to see what you have to say. Thank you all for watching this video. If you made it to this far, you are amazing. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.